The stats are finally out. It turns out that Northwest Arkansas built 25% more homes last year than any other previous year. Today we're going to cover out all those different details. Are they single family? Are they multifamily? What cities are actually growing? What cities are actually shrinking? We're covering all that in today's video right now. Hey everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. If you weren't aware, I actually relocated into Northwest Arkansas back in 2020, and it is by far the best place to live in America, by far. You can truly live, work, and play all in NWA. So without further ado, let's jump right into the content. All right, so yes, it is true that Northwest Arkansas, the permitting process, the building process, in 2023, the builders built, everyone built 25% more homes than any other year prior. So last year, I'm looking at data right now, in 2023, we built almost 2,000 homes in Northwest Arkansas. The previous year before that, there was like 1,700, and the previous year there was 1,500. So you keep seeing this increase of home building in the area. So it is wild of how many actual permits were actually done. So we're going to cover some of the actual like homes and some of the areas that grew, some of the areas that actually kind of shrank in something, not shrank of like population, but like shrunk back quite a bit. And we'll talk about some of those reasons why here in a bit. But just know that Northwest Arkansas continues to grow quite quickly, but nothing compared to probably where you're coming from, like whether it's coming from Dallas or Nashville or California or Phoenix. Some of those areas are just bonkers, Boise, bonkers. Anyways, the interesting part with Northwest Arkansas is that it sounds on paper that we are growing fast, and we are growing quite quickly, but the nice thing about Northwest Arkansas is the fact that it's still it is still a very tight-knit, close community that is small on the scope of larger cities. So just keep that in mind, as though I may be talking like it's growing really fast, and it is, but it's no comparison to other cities. It's still small comparison in a lot of ways. So regardless of all that information, let's talk about some of those information right now that's just been disclosed, and also what cities are actually shrinking, what cities are growing, and what things we need to be aware of. And the first thing we need to cover when it comes to this 25% increase of home permitting in Northwest Arkansas, and this is the most fascinating thing, and the data is a little unclear here. I wish I could get to the bottom of this, but it's super fascinating, and I'll link all of this below when it comes to like this whole article. But it turns out that multifamily is gaining steam quickly. So I've always obviously I've known about this. It's just inevitable is that when you have a area growing, first of all, not everyone needs a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single family home. That's just pure and simple. People moving to the area don't always want the maintenance, so they don't always want to have a large yard. People moving to the area don't always even want to have 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. They want smaller. And so people are willing to pay money as homeowners and to actually own townhouses, multifamily, etc., versus owning a single family home, single car garage, sometimes no garage. That data plays true in this for 2023. The only data I can see here is that in Farmington in 2022, they built 21 multifamily places. In 2023, they built 62 duplexes or multifamily. So much different, 3 times the amount in 2023 than 2022. And I know this data continues on in Centerton, Bentonville, Rogers, Fayetteville. Multifamily is becoming more popular, not even just Northwest Arkansas, but across America, because of the fact that not everyone, like I said those reasons before, land. Not everyone wants all the land. Not everyone wants a 2-car garage. Not everyone wants 3 bedrooms. Not everyone's gonna have kids, etc., etc. So it is, first of all, I'm glad that they're finally embracing this, because I saw this happen in Chicago, and just the unneededness for all these single family homes. Single family homes, great, love them, sell them all the time, of course. But it is nice to see some advancement in multifamily, because it's not everyone's cup of tea, honestly. Before we jump on to the next point, I want to make you aware of all the fun things I've created to help you with your journey down to Northwest Arkansas. So maybe you're looking to come down here, just check out the whole area. Definitely download my 3-day itineraries. I made those specifically for you. Maybe you're a adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids, whatever it is. There are 3-day itineraries linked down below for you. So go ahead and download them and use them when you get down here. Also, one interesting thing I've also created is something called instant home updates. So maybe you're coming down here and you're checking out homes. Definitely all the links are below for all these different things. I don't want you to miss any homes that come on the market, both rentals or homes for sale, because they move fast around here oftentimes. So definitely add all the information below when it comes to homes you're looking for in the area. And one thing you definitely need to be aware of is my weekly email. So maybe you want to be up to date with all the crazy things happening in Northwest Arkansas, whether it's going on in downtown Bentonville, maybe all the new businesses, whatever the case is. Enter your name below, enter your email below with your email address. I'll make sure you get the email every single Friday. With all those different things, they're all created and designed to help you with your journey down to Northwest Arkansas. So definitely go to the description, links below, pick out what you want, and I'll make sure you don't miss a single notification when it comes for emails, homes for sale, or all the cool things happening in Northwest Arkansas. And the second thing we need to talk about when it comes to 25% home permitting increase in Northwest Arkansas is the fact that Rogers and Springdale, what is going on over there? My gosh, the permits were crazy last year. I mean, in 2022, they had Rogers had 263 permits. So that was obviously a lot of permits back then. 517 permits were issued in 2023. I can whistle. Hold on. Forget it. Anyways, that is a double plus some amount, or actually it's double amount, actually not math. I can math. Anyways, it's double the amount. So that's wild. The fact that Rogers went from 263 in 2022 to 517. Now, Springdale, I've always been like, I'll be singing this to the hills until the time ends. But Springdale, get on board with Springdale if you are an investor, if you want to buy a house to rent potentially. Springdale is a place to put some money in right now for sure. The permitting for 2022 was 208, 2023 422. Big money happening in Springdale. It is obviously, usually if people talk about Springdale, it's usually in a negative connotation because it's probably the most needed of help in the area, but multi-millions, 10s, 20s, 30s, millions of dollars are being developed in Springdale by the Walton Foundation, by the Tyson Foundation, by J.B. Hunt, by other big corporations are bringing up the downtown space to really cool space. Onyx Coffee is bringing their new chocolate shop there, steakhouses, French cuisine, Japanese restaurants. It's coming to Springdale. So just be aware of all that, and so keep that in mind. So Rogers, Springdale, 2023, that was your year to shine, to say the least. And the third thing we need to talk about with this 25% of permitting increase in 2023 for Northwest Arkansas is the fact that Centerton is cooling off. Now, I've been talking about this on my channel for a couple months now. Centerton is cooling off with building because of infrastructure, because of things, because of working with builders, etc. The fun behind the scenes stuff when it comes to real estate. Anyways, it did show at the end of result this year. I knew that 2023 was not going to be the best year for Centerton. So in 2022, they had 770 permits for Centerton. In 2023, they had 543. So that's like a 30% decrease of permits in Centerton. Not shocking. Just to be aware that Centerton is cooling off. Maybe they have to get their act together a little bit more. I mean, the thing that I know about Centerton is that this is the way I call it, is that it's the gateway to the west. So Bentonville has grown into Centerton. Centerton will grow into Gravette and Gentry. So it will travel that area. Centerton will not be the bottleneck for Northwest Arkansas. I can guarantee that. So whatever things have to be fixed over in Centerton, in the powers that be, will be fixing it quite quickly. That's the best way of saying that. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is. It's a starter pack full of all the cool things Northwest Arkansas. What's going on in downtown Bentonville? A 72-page guide of all the crazy things happening here. All the step-by-step, like layered of all the different cities, all the cool things happening here. Itineraries, stickers, all the things, plus. It does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking of all these different things. It is my favorite four-letter F word. Free! So enter your information below. I'll make sure you get that starter pack right away. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour so I can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys. See you next one.